Chicago police recently touted signing hundreds of new recruits as a milestone toward ending blue burnout.
But what is CPD leadership not telling you? CBS 2 investigator Dorothy Tucker discovered the numbers are not adding up. She spoke with two former Chicago officers who say turning in their badges was about more than just working long hours.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me.
My whole life. My whole life. That's what I wanted to do.
I state your name.
My heart was in CPD. That's what my passion was. This is my my star number that I had tattooed on my arm about 10 years ago.
It's just how much you loved.
Yeah. I mean, I don't put anything on my body unless it means something to me.
Amy Hurley joined the force in 2006. District 9, Bridgeport, was home.
I planned on staying 30 years.
She didn't make it.
I gave up a full pension.
3 months ago,
I gave up
Hurley walked away.
nice paycheck. I gave up insurance.
After only 16 years.
Almost everything that I loved.
Others are also giving up a little early. The number of retirees this year, 583. It already outpaces all of 2019 and 2020.
My dream was to be a Chicago police officer.
This officer was also passionate about the job. We aren't using his name. He wants to be called John.
I got about 150 awards.
They fill a photo album.
40 honorable mentions, 5 life-saving awards.
So many, but not enough.
I thought I was going to be here in Chicago for my entire career.
He didn't make it. With less than 10 years, John resigned.
It was a heartbreak for me. I felt like I lost part of my identity.
When the CBS 2 investigators dug deep into the data, we discovered 244 resignations between January and the end of July. That's more than twice the number in all of 2019.
What happened?
I think I just kind of fell out of love with the job.
The lack of support from the department, the canceled days off.
I was working 12-plus-hour days.
24 days on the street. And some of those days were long days.
Both acknowledge many of the long days, long hours took place during the long summer of 2020. Months of protest after the death of George Floyd taxed the city's police department, but at some point, summer ended. The canceled days did not.
The days off, canceling, and shift changes kind of seemed to become the new norm. You know, we would be working in the dead of January on a day off with nothing going on.
These are not just complaints. A city agency confirmed them. From April 1st to May 31st of this year, more than 1,000 officers were scheduled 11 or more days without a break.
You're exhausted and you're scared that you're going to make a mental mistake out in the field.
You're angry, you know, you're tired. Everyone is suffering. The communities that we serve, you know, how are they supposed to get the help and service that they need?
Then there was this. The murder of Officer Ella French.
She was wearing the same uniform that I was wearing. She was wearing the same bulletproof vest that I was wearing. And it makes you value your life and makes you rethink everything.
The CBS 2 investigators have learned French may have been rethinking her future with the Chicago police. Let's go back to the night she was killed, Saturday, August 7th, 2021. French and her partner stopped a car for expired plates.
Heard gunshots, and then all of a sudden we just heard all the police cars and the helicopters.
French was shot in the head. She died at the scene. But just 2 days before her murder, French was here at the Cicero police station. A post like this one had likely attracted her. Cicero was looking to hire officers with experience. They're called lateral hires.
French walked through these doors and spoke to an officer at the front desk. She had to show her Chicago police ID and her badge to prove she was currently working and qualified for an application.
When news of the shooting broke, the Cicero officer who verified her ID recognized her face. Thomas Boyle is the interim superintendent.
We certainly would have loved to have had the opportunity to review our application. Obviously, that was not the case.
French wasn't the only Chicago cop interested in Cicero. Last year, out of 45 applicants,
The vast majority of those were from the city of Chicago.
Chicago cops are heading to suburban or other police districts in record numbers. So far this year, 146.
So where are they going? It took a little digging, but the CBS 2 investigators got the list. And the top pick might surprise you. It's not the traditional, well-known police force. This is the #1 choice, the Cook County State's Attorney's Office, which has hired 31 Chicago cops since 2019. And here, the University of Chicago is a close second with 30.
Almost every suburban department is on the list. Cicero currently has 7.
When Chicago police officers apply for the job, what do they tell you?
It's nice to have my days off. So the average would be that they'd be working 4 days on and 2 days off.
Losing officers is the last thing Chicago needs. Nearly 3,200 have either resigned or retired since 2019. Only 1,600 have been hired.
That is certainly an issue.
Tracy Siska is the founder of the Chicago Justice Project, a nonprofit that fights for transparency in the criminal justice system.
They're definitely short from whatever their budgeted number is.
Budgeted number, over 14,000. Current number, about 12,000. The results, says Siska, overworked police, underserved public.
And they're going to put the community at risk because you have people in high-stress jobs with guns that are exhausted and having to make snap decisions.
No going back?
No. And no regrets.
Hurley now teaches social studies at Christ the King.
I'm very content with my life.
Even with a $65,000 pay cut.
So I exchanged that monetary value for happiness and mental health.
John is still looking, hoping to find a suburban department.
I love the job. It's always been my calling. Unfortunately, I can't do the job here in Chicago.
Wherever he lands,
The bracelet says Officer Ella French, Chicago Police Department.
this is the one thing he'll take with him.
End of watch 08/07/2021.
This is the first in a series of reports we'll be doing, focusing on the Chicago police and how the shortage of officers ultimately affects all of us. Dorothy Tucker, CBS 2 Investigators.
You can see more of our deep dive into the issue of CPD understaffing, including every place former CPD officers have gone since they left the force in 2019.
Just go to our website, cbschicago.com, where you can send us also your tips.